From making a controversial joke.
Black people, they use the N-word, don't they? We invented that.
To making fun of trans people.
This person isn't a lady. Well, his penis. Her penis, you fucking bigot.
This is a montage of Ricky Gervais humiliating woke people for 10 minutes straight.
It's funny because journalists say to me, is there anything you wouldn't joke about? And I say, is there anything you wouldn't write about? It depends. Right. And I think that's where a lot of offence comes. People mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target. And they're not, you know, they're not the same. You can joke about anything, but...
If you don't get his humor, that's fine. But don't act offended for the sake of being offended.
I do like that little, what's he going to say? And it's always okay, you know, because just because you're joking about something, it doesn't mean you're anti it or pro it. And I think that's the other thing. I think people think there's an angle, like a joke's a joke. We don't mean it. We're trying to make you laugh. It's a, you know, it's a play on words.
It's not your position on it.
Yeah, exactly. Not a TED Talk. That's
no, exactly.
The bigger the topic, the bigger the laugh. And somehow, the truth sneaks in too.
You can get sued in this country for saying someone's gay if they're not, you know, which is a homophobic law, because you can't be sued the other way around. You can't be sued for saying someone's not gay if they are, which seems unfair, doesn't it? Like, I could go up to Britain's biggest gay and go, all right, Alton, all right, and he'd love that, he'd fucking love that. If that's your game, you want to be top of the pile, so to speak, right?
Only Ricky could make something so ridiculous sound completely normal.
Traditionally, the word queer used to mean someone who was attracted to the same sex as themselves, a gay man. Right? Now, the word queer can mean a straight man who wants some attention. I'm all queer now. I'm
But also painfully true.
Well, I am woke now, and I can prove it. Here you go. I love illegal immigrants. Yeah, sue me now. Sometimes I go down to Dover for the day, right? And I look out, right? I look for a boat, and I see a dinghy with about 60 of them, and I go over here, like, right? And I pull them into shore, and I go, women and children first. They go, there are no women and children. Just you lads, is it? Just come on, lads. Come on, lads.
Next, he talks about how the word slur is thrown around a lot.
We don't like the term handicapped anymore. Stop using it. Say disabled. And we went, OK, fine. And that's great. Just tell me the rules. And in fact, I'm a stickler for the rules. Like, if I was on a beach and a woman came running up and went, help, help, my handicapped toddler's drowning, I'd go, sorry, you're what, love? What?
People love to hide behind politeness or moral panic instead of just seeing things as they are.
I need people that, they come to me now and they go, well done, you look great. But they weren't telling me I looked terrible. They're basically saying I look terrible. No one told me at the time. It was really taboo. I needed waiters to come over and go, fuck off, you've had enough.
He gets into how feminism and societal pressures shape fat women. He also mentioned how woke schools have become.
We are getting more stupid as a species, no doubt about that. You can now do a university degree course in Taylor Swift. How fucking low academically can you go? There's an institute in London called the School of Flower Arranging. I went past it, I couldn't believe it. School of Flower Arranging. I looked in, and there's people having lectures. Flower arranging. My mum used to pick flowers every day from the garden, cut flowers, put them in vases around the house. At no point did anyone come round and go, what unqualified cunt did these? Fat is a feminist issue. Men get fat, and we just go, fuck it, all bought and paid for, you know. We don't come under the same constraints of society, whereas women are inundated with images of how you should be, size 0 models, this diet, that diet, look like this, keep your man. And they make such an effort, don't they, fat girls? They've always got lovely hair, aren't they? They're always having their hair. They've all got lovely hair. Always got lovely hair. Always got those lovely false nails, haven't they? They make an effort. Anything but jogging, right?
When someone compared being fat to being gay, Ricky had to set the record straight.
With your sexuality, you're born, you grow up, you discover you like same-sex relationships, and that's it, you're gay, okay? For being gay to be the same as being fat, you'd have to be born, be straight, grow up knowing you're straight, but gradually and consciously wean yourself onto cock.
He doesn't play nice. He doesn't care about being cancelled.
Gwen Stefani got in trouble in her last video because she had her blonde hair in dreadlocks. People go, no, black people invented dreadlocks, you can't have them, you're white, that's racist. Jamie Oliver got in trouble when he put out authentic jerk chicken recipe. People go, no, black people invented that, you can't have it, you're white, that's racist. Now, black people, they use the N-word, don't they? We invented that.
Ricky doesn't spare anyone. Woke culture, social media logic, the whole crowd.
There's loads of types of comedy, and comedy evolves, you know. There's a new type of comedy at the moment called woke comedy, right? No, it's very progressive, you know. There are some clubs now where the comedian has to sign a thing saying he won't say anything contentious or he won't say anything that could offend anyone. It's a safe space for the audience, woke comedy. And I tried to watch a bit of it, and I decided I'd rather watch Louis C.K. masturbate.
He reminds us we're not that important.
If humanity was wiped out today, the Earth would return to a paradise in a few hundred years. If we lose bees, we're a desert forever. We're not that important. We're just one species of narcissistic ape. And some people on social media get annoyed when I say we're apes, you know, religious types, Americans.
He also talks about gender pronouns.
Oh, women. Not all women. I mean the old-fashioned ones. You know, the old-fashioned women. Oh, God. You know, the ones with wombs. Oh. Those fucking dinosaurs. Oh. No, I love the new women. I know the new women. They're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately. The ones with beards and cocks. They're as good as...
He's not afraid to call out the extremes.
Oh, they want to use our toilets. Why shouldn't they use your toilets? For ladies. They are ladies, look at their pronouns. What about this person isn't a lady? Well, his penis. Her penis, you fucking bigot.
Ricky points out how language is weaponized.
But now I'm woke, I've got to pop in the word anti-fascist. So people know I'm not a fascist, because that is a big problem at the moment. People come up to me on the street and they go, Rick, have you been imprisoning journalists? I go, no. They go, oh, interesting. They go, have you been gassing Jews? I go, no. They go, well, pop it in your bio then, you silly cunt.
During his Big Think interview, he drops a hot take.
The new thing in England is celebrities having depression. Oh, I feel all depressed. It's always overprivileged performers that have these bouts of depression. You don't have blue-collar workers, you know, working-class mums with 6 children having, I feel a bit depressed. Do you? Get the kids to school. Oh, yeah, you know.
He encourages making jokes without feeling guilty.
When I start on a contentious subject, I feel the tension. Like, oh, is this going to be all right? Are we going to be allowed to laugh?
Yeah.
And I take them through a scary forest and out the other side. And it's always okay, and they, phew, right? And I think that's the important thing, because I've often said that people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily the same thing. You can make jokes about any subject. It depends what the joke is.
Yeah.
When talking about offense and jokes, Ricky is in the front row, or probably on the stage. These are the times when Ricky Gervais has destroyed talk show hosts, starting with the legendary David Letterman.
Hello, you were hosting the Golden Globes Sunday night in California,
Yeah.
and now here you are, Tuesday back in New York City. Thank you very much for coming back in time to be on the show. I appreciate that.
I was getting out of town quick anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
This is your third time hosting that show?
Third time doing that and that, yeah. 21st doing this.
Oh, is that right?
I know that means nothing to you.
Then, of course, the Golden Globes moment came up.
I did it the first time because I was sort of quite flattered, and it's a huge global audience for a comedian. I like writing gags, that's what I do. I did it a second time because I thought I could improve on the first. And I wasn't going to do it a third, but then lots of people were saying he'd never be invited back. So I did it to annoy them.
Just to show them.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Classic Ricky. He knows how to light up a room.
In the audience, who had a series of questions about your behavior on the Golden Globes.
Okay.
The references were golf, you playing golf, and your penis. Does that ring a bell?
What? Does what ring a bell?
Yeah.
It's a good party trick. Get me a bell and I'll do my best.
Ricky played it off with jokes, but David kept pressing.
So she's suggesting that there was something omitted from her version that she didn't quite, that did not add up.
I did say, I said the list of rules they gave me, and I said no profanity, that's fine, I've got a huge vocabulary. And then I said no nudity. Oh, that's a shame, because I've got a huge vocabulary.
Towards the end of the interview, Ricky took a shot at David.
I mean, what would he be tweeting if he weren't here? It's you know, what's he going to be like in a couple of years? Because the last part of it usually is faster.
Dover Soul.
Dover Soul.
There you go.
What Grandad? Dover Soul.
At least he can take a joke. Another time was when Ricky had just turned 50.
How do you feel at 50? Good, right?
Well, yeah. I'm grumpier. I think I'm grumpier.
Grumpier?
Yeah. I understand you a lot more now. Do you know what I mean? No.
Up next is the controversial Piers Morgan, a man who definitely deserves a good roasting.
Iowa has been giving out gun permits to blind people, not just partially blind, but completely blind people who aren't allowed legally to drive cars.
Aren't blind people allowed to defend
Well,
themselves?
their constitutional right
Yeah.
would be damaged if, and they gave an example of, you know, if they were fully sighted and used a gun, just because they lost their sight, why should they lose the constitutional right to continue having a gun?
This might be the most random interview Ricky's ever done, and of course, it had to be with Piers.
Yeah.
They know about my gun campaign, but they actually thought this was just a wind-up. And I said, no, it really is happening. People are not just applying for permits who are blind, they're getting permits, and they're completely blind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's strange. It's a strange law.
He wrapped it up with a joke that completely went over his head.
I go to Walmart in Houston and buy one. They'll be on the wall. I can't buy a Kinder Egg, you know, those little eggs with little toys in, because it may choke me, so they're a health hazard. But where the Kinder Egg would be sold in a British store, they instead have an AR-15 assault rifle.
Dear America, please let Piers buy a Kinder Egg. but don't let him buy a gun.
One thing about Ricky is that he never ignores disrespect. He always calls it out, just like he did with the hosts on Good Morning America.
Of course, you play, in the UK version of The Office, play the boss. What is the weirdest excuse that you've ever heard?
You say the UK version.
Yeah.
I call it the original.
Yes, well done. You're well done. Well done. It's true. Wow, that's expect me.
She wasn't expecting him to call her out.
Most people think Steve Carell came up with it.
That's true, but you all were the original.
Yeah, and Steve Carell did an amazing job, and I think the American version is fantastic. Yeah, no, there's seven remakes around the world, but the American was the biggest.
But you got it started.
Yeah, a long time ago, and now I've brought him back, David Brent, which is the English Michael Scott. Yeah.
Ricky always knows how to turn an interview into pure entertainment, like his interview with Conan O'Brien.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Nice new studio.
This is new. This is a new experience, yes.
Yeah, it's great to...
Giant moon, big fake moon behind you.
Actually, the studio was easier to find than the channel on the TV. But I persevered.
Yeah, it takes a while.
I didn't know there were that many channels, to be honest.
Every time he's on his show, it's always a good time.
Ricky Gervais, and I was going to come out dressed as Adolf Hitler, right? No, wait, right? And I was going to come out, I was just doing that, waving to them, right? And then get to the podium and let it die down and go, too much, right? And then I wanted to look in the crowd and go, it's the wrong crowd, it's just the wrong crowd. And then I was going to say, that's the last time I borrow a suit from Mel Gibson.
Then Conan tried doing an English accent.
What's the matter, Ricky? You don't like my English accent, do you?
Jesus Christ!
Are you going to pick me pocket? Are you going to pick me pocket, Ricky? Could I have more porridge, please, Ricky?
This is, you know...
Could I please have some more porridge, Ricky?
Could I just say one thing? You know this is a breakdown, don't you?
Yes, I do. I'm having a horrible breakdown right now.
Jesus Christ!
Ricky knew that this man takes himself a bit too seriously, so he couldn't let him off without a good old roast.
You've had a year off.
Yes.
And this is how you...
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I had a lot. I went through a lot. I've been treated with all kinds of chemicals.
Your job last year was growing a beard. Right.
If you found that funny, wait till you see his interview with Jonathan Ross.
A new series of extras starts this week. Congratulations on, well, on getting a second series, essentially, but also...
Congratulations on already fucking it up. It's next week, you moron.
But away from the cameras, we're the closest of friends.
Their back and forth makes the interview 10 times better.
You're a film reviewer. You should know these words.
That was like a proper answer to a proper question then.
I know. So you'll cut it out?
No. I do look a bit more like Parker these days. I don't know, that's the problem. You're getting me confused.
He's kept himself in trim. Look at you. Undo the button. Go on, let it hang out. Look at this. Look at this.
Nothing there. There's nothing there.
Fucking let it go.
What?
Look at that.
What?
It's always fun to watch them mess with each other.
About £1 each for me.
What about that?
That's probably less than you're getting for this show, isn't it?
Well,
And it took me 3 years to make.
Come on, it can't
But I
have taken
appreciate my money more than you.
you telling me that?
You just go out and buy anything.
Ricky and Russell Brand made sure this next host knew who he was dealing with.
A lot of people having a good deal of fun, including these two gents, Russell Brand and Ricky Gervais. Try and behave yourself, gentlemen, if you can.
Do that again and do the names.
No, I'm not doing it again. That's fine.
Like he's Russell Brand, I'm Ricky Gervais.
I think people can work
Deck.
this out. Yeah. I think people can work it out. The short one and the tall one, so don't worry about that. Now, as far as you're concerned...
Which is which?
I don't know, I haven't worked that out yet. As far as you're concerned...
He thought he was getting away with that.
Are you here tonight just to enjoy the content?
I'm
and
not here
obviously
tonight.
to do the job?
I'm
You're
not even here tonight. He is. This is
He
live.
is.
This is pre-recorded.
Right, okay. Well, this is all going horribly wrong.
You
isn't
asked
it?
us.
I know.
I did warn
I'm
you.
regretting it now. I'm regretting it now.
No, it's a pleasure to be here, and everyone here is an absolute professional.
Except him, he's a shambles. Are you drunk?
Not yet.
He tried to change the subject, but they weren't going to let him off the hook.
Now, climate change then. You know, is it something that you're interested in, or are you just here for the booze?
He's not holding that microphone.
Perched.
I should tell you what his other hand's doing.
All right, no, never mind. Look, it's holding this, so don't worry about that. Don't believe everything you hear from this man. So I'll ask you, climate change. Is it something you think seriously about?
You're the preferable one.
Right.
Imagine that. Someone would
you've
rather
got-
talk to you than someone else. Go on.
These two are not who you want to mess with.
You, for example, you're going to have to change the way you're living your lifestyle. Don't look all cynical.
And how do you know how I live my lifestyle?
No, look, the
It's
idiot.
important.
He
It's
don't
like
care
I go
about
around
nothing. Killing turtles for a laugh.
He does do that.
So climate change and my lifestyle.
Your lifestyle, particularly the way you turned up here on a jet bike, making women pregnant on his team just for a jolly.
They made him regret ever coming for them.
If it comes to that point, I think it's been a grim, grim afternoon here at Wembley if I find myself doing that dance. Crikey.
I think I've actually had enough of all this now. I can't get any sense out of these two at all.
Good,
Well, listen,
solid.
thank you for joining us here on Sky News. You've been an absolute pleasure to talk to.
Now say the truth.
Turn the light off.
These are the moments Ricky Gervais took shots at the entire industry.
I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but
He also brought up Justin Bieber's paternity test scandal.
Justin Bieber nearly had to take a paternity test. What a waste of a test that would have been. No, he's not the father. The only way that he could have impregnated a girl was if he'd borrowed one of Martha Stewart's old turkey basters. Open wide.
He turned the show into his own roast session.
The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right?
When he brought up Jeffrey Epstein, they were not happy.
You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this. Season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Kevin Hart and Ken Jeong weren't safe either at the 73rd Golden Globes.
When Brad and Angelina see our next two adorable little presenters, they're going to want to adopt them. Please welcome Kevin Hart and Ken Jeong.
The Golden Globes became Ricky's stage to roast celebrities.
The Golden Globes are to the Oscars what Kim Kardashian is to Kate Middleton, basically. What? Bit louder, bit trashier, bit drunker, and more easily bought. Allegedly, nothing's been proved.
He also roasted the Oscars and Eddie Murphy.
Who needs the Oscars? Not me, and not Eddie Murphy. He walked out on them. He said no, and good for him. But when the man who said yes to Norbit says no to you, you know you're in trouble.
Kim Kardashian wasn't left out.
Kim Kardashian and some guy no one will ever remember. He wasn't around long. 72 days. A marriage that lasted 72 days. I've sat through longer James Cameron acceptance speeches than that.
He also called out the foreign press.
Boardwalk Empire. I love that show. It's great. It's, for those who don't know, it's about a load of immigrants who came to America about 100 years ago, and they got involved in bribery and corruption, and they worked their way up into high society. But enough about the Hollywood foreign press.
Ricky doesn't shy away from controversy.
The excellent Spotlight has been nominated. Yeah. The Catholic Church are furious about the film as it exposes the fact that 5% of all their priests have repeatedly molested children and been allowed to continue to work without punishment. Roman Polanski called it the best date movie ever.
He is very direct and unapologetic.
One Hollywood publication said that me hosting would mean that some film stars would stay away for fear of being made fun of. As if film stars would stay away from the chance of winning a Golden Globe, particularly if their film company has already paid for it.
Over the years, he has offended some of the biggest names in Hollywood.
You came here in your limos, I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no. Shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for. Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, 5th time. So...
His 2011 Golden Globes was one to remember.
It's going to be a night of partying and heavy drinking. Or as Charlie Sheen calls it, breakfast.
Ricky went after multiple big names without holding back.
There were a lot of big films that didn't get nominated this year. Nothing for Sex and the City 2. No, I was sure the Golden Globe for special effects would go to the team that airbrushed that poster. What? Great job. Girls, we know how old you are. I saw one of you in an episode of Bonanza.
He made sure every joke pushed boundaries.
And I'd like to quash this ridiculous rumour going around that the only reason The Tourist was nominated was so the Hollywood foreign press could hang out with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. That is rubbish. That is not the only reason. They also accepted bribes.
No one was expecting him to say that.
All that happened was some of them were taken to see Cher in concert. How the hell is that a bribe? Really? Do you want to go and see Cher? No. Why not? Because it's not 1975.
He delivers the wildest lines in the funniest way.
There's been some great new TV drama this year, like Boardwalk Empire and The Walking Dead. So, talking of The Walking Dead, congratulations to Hugh Hefner, who's getting married at the age of 84 to 24-year-old beauty Crystal Harris. When she was asked why she was marrying him, she said because he lied about his age. He told me he was 94. Oh, come on.
He made sure every joke pushed boundaries.
Hold out and just Just don't look at it when you touch it.
He even teased his Office co-star, Steve Carell.
Look at his stupid face. Couldn't actually win one of his own, so he stole someone else's. I don't think that is actually the original Emmy. I think that's a shoddy remake. Where is he?
Ricky has a way of reviving old jokes.
I can do anything. This is live. I made you what you are, and I get nothing back. Have you even been to see Ghost Town yet? No. I sat through Heaven Almighty. Give me my Emmy.
At the 2020 Golden Globes, he went after all of Hollywood.
Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood foreign press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is, so I got offered this gig by fax.
He hits them with a joke when they don't expect it.
Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked.
On the Graham Norton show, he reflected on his Golden Globes experience, explaining why audiences love tuning in to see him call out celebrities.
The Golden Globes have just sort of vanished.
They didn't happen this year for loads
Because
of
of
reasons.
you.
Because yeah, I'm getting the blame for it. I know I am. Yeah. It changed as well because the first time I did it, like 10 years ago, the sort of press, particularly the industry press in America, was like, why is he saying these awful things to the most beautiful people? You know. And then by the fifth time, right, they were going, good, give it to him. We're sick of celebrities.
Most people watch the Golden Globes just to see Ricky in action.
When they said, do you want to host the Golden Globes, all that stuff I said in the show was true. I said, I'm going to write my own jokes, right? And I thought, who do I pander to? The 200 richest people in the room or the 200 million people watching at home who aren't winning awards, who aren't millionaires? And it was a no-brainer. I was doing it for them, you know?
Ricky's talent for roasting and surprising celebrities made the award shows unforgettable. These are times Ricky Gervais shattered egos.
There's a lot of powerful people here, so if I said it's... Honestly, I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson has been a long-time target. On another award show, he brought up his anti-Semitic scandal.
Mel Gibson, come on. No, come on. I'm not going to have a go at him. He's been through a lot. Not as much as the Jews, to be fair.
He torments him again.
Listen, I'm sure it's embarrassing for both of us, okay? And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mel blames... We know who Mel blames.
You can tell he is about to say something crazy.
I want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby.
On Piers Morgan, he roasts him over a completely random topic.
95% of the people in America believe that there was a Dracula.
Yeah.
I might hang a garlic on my door. It's not the same.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with the credibility of the truth. It has to do with the popularity of the idea.
Right, because the majority is always sane.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Imagine if
That's the herd instinct.
Imagine if you were the only person in the world to believe in God.
You can tell how confused he is.
Yeah. They know about my gun campaign, but they actually thought this was just a wind-up. And I said, no, it really is happening. People are not just applying for permits who are blind, they're getting permits, and they're completely blind.
Yeah, yeah, it's strange. It's a strange law.
He ends the interview with a joke that goes over Pierre's head.
Really? I go to Walmart in Houston and buy one. They'll be on the wall. I can't buy a Kinder Egg. You know, those little eggs with little toys in? Because it may choke me, so they're a health hazard. But where the Kinder Egg would be sold in a British store, they instead have an AR-15 assault rifle.
Dear America, please let Piers buy a Kinder Egg. but don't let him buy a gun.
At the 77th Golden Globes, he made fun of Leonardo DiCaprio's dating choices.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... Even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son.
Ronan Farrow also gets thrown in his rant at one of the award shows.
But tonight isn't just about the people in front of camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
He called out corporations for their hypocritical actions.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable.
Ricky calls out disrespect on Good Morning America when they mention The Office.
You play, in the UK version of The Office, play the boss. What is the weirdest excuse that you've ever heard?
You say the UK version.
Yeah.
I call it the original.
Yes, well done. You're well done. Well done. It's true. Wow, that's spank me.
Ricky calls out people while keeping it funny.
Most people think Steve Carell came up with it.
That's true, but you all were the original.
Yeah, and Steve Carell did an amazing job, and I think the American version is fantastic. Yeah, no, there's 7 remakes around the world, but the American was the biggest.
But you got it started.
Yeah, a long time ago, and now I've brought him back, David Brent, which is the English Michael Scott.
Yeah.
On The View, he was very direct with his opinion on censorship.
When I was in England trying to do stand-up there, you can't say anything about the Queen. They have a fit, and they won't laugh. Is that true when you do it?
No, not anymore. Not my crowd.
Well, it was then.
No, I mean, I think that I think that BBC are still a bit stuffy because they get complaints, and they're a sort of government body, so they fear complaints.
Joy Behar tries to challenge him, but Ricky shuts it down immediately.
You go on the Golden Globes. A lot of time you are politically incorrect and hilarious, of course.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
So this is.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about offence, isn't it? When people say they're offended, it's that just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. You know, it's.
Ricky was ready for their questions, even the ones meant to make him look bad.
Offence is about feelings, and feelings are personal. Some people are offended by equality. So what? You know, so you can't second-guess people. If you try and please everyone, you'll please no one. With comedy as well, I think you've got to deal with taboos and contentious issues, and sometimes you deal in irony, and some people don't get that. But, you can't legislate against stupidity, otherwise you'll be doing nothing.
One thing about Ricky is how direct he is.
I like that opportunity because I do like that, when there's a tension, when there's an elephant in the room, although he wasn't there this year. I do like that because I do like confronting that, because I think it takes the audience to a place it hasn't been before. And it can be a mutual backslapping, fest, fine.
Stephen thought he could challenge his belief.
What I mean is, like, as you approach your final boards, as they say, you don't think, like, maybe I'll hedge my bets and light a candle or something like that. Just in case. You know about Pascal's wager. Like,
Yeah, well, people say that to me as well. They say, why don't you pray just in case there's a God? And I say, why don't you hang garlic over your door just in case there's a Dracula, right? But I have no problem with praying.
Even the audience was shocked by his response.
95% of the people in America believe that there was a Dracula.
Yeah.
I might hang a garlic on my door. It's not the same.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with the credibility of the truth. It has to do with the popularity of the idea.
Right, because the majority is always sane.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Imagine if
That's
you...
the herd instinct.
Imagine if you were the only person in the world to believe in God.
Religion can be seen from different perspectives, and being close-minded never works.
So many different gods to believe in.
Yeah. If you had to, how about this? If you had to pick a god. If you had to pick a god, and it has to be one that it gets worshipped, you can't say Stan Lee.
No.
If you had to pick a god, who would you pick?
Thor.
Stephen set himself up without Elle realizing it.
Good and bad atheist, and I think that God has nothing to do with whether you're good or not. That's what I think.
So if God doesn't give you comfort, what does?
Dogs. Yeah. I believe in dogs.
Ricky can turn anything into a joke.
If you don't love a dog back, it doesn't burn you in hell. It still loves you, it licks you.
Right, it might be upset if it can tell you don't love it. It might just be sad.
A dog loves you more than it loves itself. And that's why I worship dogs.
He also shared his take on the 2022 Golden Globes drama involving Will Smith and Chris Rock.
And they got a big laugh just because they were thinking it. Like, oh, yeah, that's my show. I wasn't there. And I said, people on Twitter, it was trending, people saying, oh, what would have happened if Ricky had been hosting it? And I said, nothing, because I wouldn't have made a joke about his wife's hair. I'd have made a joke about her boyfriend.
On Jimmy Kimmel Live, he sends a video message roasting the show.
But, you know, I can't be bothered, to be honest. But I've seen the show, I get the gist of it. You do an intro, you ask a few questions, you show a clip. So let's do that. I've sent this tape, so just play this tape, read the introduction that I've sent through on the piece of paper and the questions.
Okay.
And,
At the 2020 Golden Globes, he called them out with no filter.
Award tonight. Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God. So...
Ricky Gervais doesn't hold back even around big celebrities.